Ready. Play.
Conferência com Katie Volynets, apurada para os quartos de final deste Oeiras Open. Katie, congrats for the win, for the 2 wins already. How has it been for you here in Oeiras? How happy are you to win the quarters?
It's been good so far. We've dealt with some interesting weather, but today was a beautiful sunny day and I really like the facilities. I like the way the courts play too, so I'm happy to be on clay and I'm happy to keep playing more matches.
How tough has it been for you to deal with the rain delays, the wind as well, because it's very particular here? Was it easy for you to adapt and survive?
Definitely not easy to adapt, but kind of fun. I take it like fun because everyone has to deal with it, and if I have a good attitude about it, then it's more fun for me to play as well on the court, so I don't mind. It's not bad.
Tricky draw, right? Because second seed you are, but you face a former Roland Garros semi-finals, so for the second round, I think it's very, very tough. How did you manage to win it straight? Because I think you were break down in the first one, I think, so
Yes.
how did you manage to win it straight set?
That's a very tricky opponent for sure. I actually lost to her last time, and that was on hard court, and this was our first match on the clay. And I was a breakdown. She started very, very strong, and I had to adapt and adjust the game plan. And once I changed a lot of things, it started to go my way.
Can you tell us what you changed?
Yeah, I started to move better, and I started to play more angles and to show more aggression in my game, and that helped a lot.
As Steve said, Zidanšek has quite a. You're Volynets.
Yes.
Zidanšek has quite a pedigree, obviously, French Open semi-finalist. You played it twice before. Did you see any difference though in maybe her level today compared to those previous 2 matches?
It's really difficult to compare because last time, actually both of the last times we played in Thailand, and the conditions were completely different. It was like a slow hard court and really hot and humid, and I felt like there were different factors that both of us were dealing with, so it's really tough to make a comparison, but I thought that her level is always tricky to deal with, and I was happy with the way I managed it today.
When you come up against a sort of a well-known player, maybe like Zidanšek, but also lesser-known players, do you do a lot of tactical thinking and preparation, maybe with your coach, talking about her strengths and weaknesses, and did that take place in the last 24 hours?
Yes, definitely. I like to be prepared for the match, so I like to know how their strokes look, I like to know their tendencies, so I like to watch videos myself and also to have my coach watch some videos, and then we make a combined game plan.
And as a highest player remaining in the draw, because Alex lost a couple hours ago, I know the draw is pretty tough, pretty even, but do you see yourself one of the favorites to win the title, maybe, or how do you see your chances here in Portugal?
I think it's still quite early. I just like to focus on one match at a time because I think everyone can show up with a really high level. So I prefer to focus on playing my best tennis with what I have each day and to enjoy it that way.
And now you see your level at the moment. I remember last year you made a great run in Oeiras, for example. Of course, the points dropped this year, but how do you see your level at the moment?
Yeah, I think the points dropping or adding each year is definitely something that I had to get used to because I think last year I was just gaining all the time. And sometimes it doesn't reflect the level because you can play really well and still not win, or you can figure out a way to win when you're not playing well. But I like how it's going with the improvement and I'm enjoying the level.
You've been to many big places around the world, so what can you tell us about your time here in this complex first and also in the city? I don't know if you had the time to explore a little bit. How has it been?
Yes, it's actually a very beautiful city and it reminds me of my hometown in California because they have the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm not sure how they call it here, but I think it's the same architect who designed it. So it's very nice to see that from the hotel. It kind of brings a home feeling, and it's always beautiful to stay near the water. It's lovely to walk around. I really like everything outside in the city and also on the courts here.
Have you had time to try the pastel de nata, the famous one, or not yet?
No, what is it called?
Pastel de nata. It's the most famous pastry.
Okay, I'll have to try the pastry. I really like pastries, so I will make sure to try.
Pastel de Belém, the original shop, it's very close to the hotel.
Great. I know where I'm going.
It has like egg custard in the middle with pastry.
I will like it
That's
then.
Pastel tart, yeah.
I will definitely like it.
After the title, maybe.
Maybe, yes, exactly. Better to keep having a good diet, and then after, if I deserve one, I will take one.
Yesterday you said to John, I was hearing the interview, you said to John that you really like clay courts, you are in love about the play, I think you said something like that. But how specifically about this red clay, as you guys call it in US, do you enjoy the red clay, the high bounces, this one, heavy clay? Do you enjoy playing here?
I enjoy it a lot, and it's very different because I grew up on hard courts always, and then when I was like 14, 15, I started to play some tournaments on our American clay, which is green clay, and I feel like it's a little more similar to hard court, and this is definitely slower, heavier. If it's hot, it'll be high bouncing. If it's cold and wet, it can be very heavy, and you have to adapt every day. But I think it's always fun to deal with different conditions, and it's part of the game for sure.
Looking at the clay tournaments before Roland Garros, and not thinking about the magnitude and the importance of each event, but just specifically the conditions on the course. So let's throw Oeiras in, because you're here and you're playing. Madrid and Rome, I'm not sure what other clay court tournaments you've played in the past. Which one is the closest, would you say, to those courts and those conditions in Paris?
That's a good question. It's very difficult to say because I think it changes depending on the weather. Even in Roland Garros, if it's hot, it can be a very fast clay court, but if it's rainy and it's been raining a lot, it can be a very slow and slippery clay court. So I think in a way, each of the tournaments have the conditions from maybe a certain weather day in Roland Garros.
Okay. Today you were on court 16, court 15. You've been on court 15 twice. Mm-hmm. And I know you compared the centre court here to the Italian Open. You must be hoping that your quarterfinal, at least, if the weather stays dry, will maybe be on the centre.
Would be nice for sure. Let's see.
Just one more thing to sort of compliment you. Normally we are the ones that are telling the players about local things. But yeah, you know your stuff regarding the bridges in San Francisco and Lisbon, so I just want to compliment you on that.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I try to do my research a little bit.
So you did some research, didn't you?
Yes, it's a lot of fun for me to know where things are coming from because I can't just look at it and pass. I look, I notice, and I want to know about it. So that's something fun for me to do.
I did want to follow up. So maybe you even take this into your matches. You said you study the videos and the players you're playing. You've got this curious mind maybe that helps you on the tennis court.
Yes, I have a very curious mind, so I have to fill it with different things in order to be happy.
Cool. And talking about knowing where you are, this is the WTA tournament, but a 125 tournament. Mm-hmm. We have 250 this week. Of course, Stuttgart as well, but Stuttgart maybe too strong for your ranking at the moment on the main draw. But did you consider to play in Rouen, or do you prefer here because it's outdoors? Why the decision to play here?
That's actually a funny story because we signed up for all 3 tournaments. Okay. I put first priority Stuttgart in case I get in there. Then I put second for Rouen, and then I put third for here. For me, it was important to play in a main draw, so the system automatically left me in here, and I was happy with the system decision. We just put it, and whatever it is, it is. So
no main draw in France?
I think so. I looked. I would have been 1 out. So eventually, I would get in, but we prefer to make the travel plans early, and I know this is a very nice place, so whichever tournament the system put me in, I would be happy.
And did it change your mindset coming? Because it's difficult, it's different playing 125 to 50 maybe, talking about the favorite or I should win, or it's the same mindset for you in both tournaments?
It can be different, but I think right now it's the same because I know that it's the beginning of red clay season and everyone can show up with a really good level or everyone can still be adapting. So it's kind of the same for me. I just really wanted to play.
No, maybe just to finish, it's still not even 3 p.m. So what do you do on a sunny day in Lisbon? Do you go for a walk? Do you stay in the hotel? What are your plans?
Maybe I will research a nice dinner place to go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time, so it will be good to have a nice dinner and recover.
We have some good restaurants.
I will ask for recommendations for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready. Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.